accurate drug test?
I believe from what I've gotten from specialists that it was an environmental thing
Okay.
and that she was not actively using.
And as a result of this, did you change how often mom was doing weekly or doing drug tests?
Yeah, so instead of doing the biweekly drug test, we switched it to weekly drug test.
And when did you switch that?
I could not remember, but it was the day of that we found out that she had the positive hair strand.
How many UAs has mom taken since you changed it to weekly tests?
She took one that week that I requested her, and it was negative.
Have there been any others yet?
She recently took one last week, but we haven't got results for that because it was at the end of the week.
Okay. And even in spite of the drug test, did you leave the kids in the home?
Correct.
And do you feel that that was in the best interest of the children?
Correct.
I have no further questions.
Okay. Anybody, excuse me, anybody have any questions, Ms. Spicer?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ms. Spicer, did you speak with others about this hair strand test that, and was there any information given to you that led you to believe it was exposure rather than use?
So I talked to the specialist that we go through. Her name is Dawn, I believe her first name. I couldn't remember her last name. But she told me it was either an environmental thing or it was due to the house. But we didn't believe it was due to the house because her previous hair test was negative. And then we've always been told by previous specialists that if they test positive for only methamphetamines, that it's exposure. And if they test positive for methamphetamines and amphetamines, that they're actively using.
Nothing further at this time, Your Honor.
Anybody else? Miss Cummings.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Spicer, how often are you visiting with mom and the children in the home?
I visit with them weekly.
Is there anything that you've observed that would lead you to believe that mom has been using methamphetamines?
I do not see any physical or emotional reasons to believe that she's actively using.
Is she still participating in services as requested?
Yes, ma'am. She's still doing therapy, and I check in with her therapist. I mean, her only concerns that the therapist has is just following up with all the stuff on her to-do list.
Okay. Has she been canceling any appointments or not returning your phone calls or text messages or anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So she is still actively involved with you in communication?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
Anybody else? Miss Spicer, when you talked to y'all's drug person, did you tell him it was a hair strand and not
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And because Sarah had prescriptions for even codeine, and she said that the codeine should have popped up on her hair strand, and for some reason it didn't. And so that was, I'm sorry, what was that?
Methamphetamine. It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Correct. And I have the prescriptions that she sent me from the hospital, and like I said, the specialist told me that the codeine should have popped up on her hair test, and it didn't.
It looks like she has a new hair color too. Not supposed to dye your hair during pendency of a CPS case. I'm not happy. I mean, you know, 4,067 exposure.
It's definitely not new. This is my hair. I just cut it. That's it.
Okay. Anybody have anything of the department?
No, Judge.
Any more witnesses, Ms. Reeser?
No, ma'am.
Ms. McAnally.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Emery and I have actually talked pretty extensively about this hair strand. And, you know, we've talked about, you know, what's new in your environment, what could be different. And the only thing we can come down to is she got a new car and got 2 new couches. So, you know, we've talked about not new couches, but new to her couches.
Okay.
from someone else. And so we've talked about trying to figure out if, maybe it's something in the car or something in the couches. Like, how do we figure that out? So we've been talking through kind of, if there's a way to figure out where the exposure is coming from, because obviously she's concerned that if she's being exposed, are the kids being exposed? So we're working on that.
Keep going, Miss McAnally.
And as you've heard, everybody, says Miss Emery is still actively engaged in her services, actively engaged with her providers. She's been actively engaged with me throughout this process. As soon as she heard about the test, she called me. It's like, oh my gosh, what happened? How do we deal with this? So she has been, very open and continued to be engaged. So, and by all accounts, the kids are doing well and things are going well. So I think that, the department has some concerns about whether somehow this test was, contaminated, not hers. There was some kind of a problem with the test. I think everybody kind of has some questions about that.
What was the date of the test? I can't remember.
Ooh, I don't remember either.
Miss Spicer, do you know?
I'm about to look it up real quick, Judge.
Okay. Anything else, Miss McAnally, while she's looking that up?
No, Your Honor. I just would ask that everything kind of, stay as is and we keep going.
Okay. Miss Dowdle, you know where Mr. Dodson is?
No contact, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Campbell's, what do y'all think about all this?
Not much. We've not really been able to make contact. When we've been available, it's been inconvenient for Sarah. It's been inconvenient for her mother. So we've not seen the kids since late March.
Miss Dodson, if CASA or Miss Cummings or CPS wants to come out, there's no inconvenience. That is not an excuse, especially if we have 4,000 exposure. That's not an excuse. CASA, CPS, items, they have 24/7 access to our kids. Anywhere, anytime. So, you need to, if you're at work and it's verifiable, got that. But if you're just jacking around or, y'all or something that can't be changed, that's unacceptable.
I was actually in the hospital when they were trying to see me. And so they were with my mom. So that was why I'm just saying, that's why
I to see the kids then.
Okay, yes.
So
yes, ma'am.
Give your mom a break for the Campbells to talk to the kids for a little bit,
Yeah,
so,
yes, ma'am.
I'm going to put that in the order.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Judge, that hair strand was collected at 4:25.
Okay. Campbell's, anything y'all need besides 24/7 access?
The only other thing that's occurred odd to us is that when we phoned Sarah and asked for a return phone call, all we get is a text message. It seems like, we're not really able to talk with her, but just exchange text messages. And I think it'd be helpful. I'm old fashioned, so I like to talk to people on the phone.
I know. Mom return calls, case related within 24 hours. Yep, no. Texting is no good. Got it. Okay, Miss Cummings, what do you think? I'm not very happy.
Your Honor, it's, what the department, what their experts are saying. Without more, I would hate to disrupt these children from their mom where they seem to be doing well and there's no indicators. I would just ask that she continue testing weekly and on the color, and then maybe as requested to throw in a few surprises every now and again.
Okay. Ms. Zimmer, you have a service plan. You have to comply. Your parental rights can be subject to termination. I haven't previously not granted the monitor return. I'll grant it very literally, if that's even a word, because the items and everybody are okay. Our next permanency hearing is 8/12. Our final is 10/7, unless we need to have some hearings in between then. Our dismissal date is 11/9. Like I said, you still have a service plan. You have to comply. Your parental rights can be subject to termination. The orders today are no contact or visits for the father until he is court order and service plan compliant. Miss Emery is to submit to a nail test for CPS. Monitor return to mom. Next permanency hearing is 8/12. CPS attorney ad litem and CASA have 24/7 access to the children anywhere they are located. Miss Emery is to return calls and within 24 hours if they are case related, which obviously CASA, CPS, Miss Cummings are case related. Mom tests weekly on the color and as requested by CPS and or ad litems. Okay, we'll see y'all. We need to have a special hearing before August. We can, Miss Cummings or department, just let me know, okay? Okay, thank you. Good luck. No more exposure. Might want a hair strand. Also, y'all, why don't we, let's see, that was 4. Yep, hair strand before the next hearing. Miss Cummings, what do you think about that?
Just for the mom or for the children as well, Your Honor?
I'm going to put mom, kids, if requested by CPS or ad litems, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you also throw a nail test in there? I couldn't remember if I heard that.
Nail test now, because I want to see what this is a weird deal. I don't think I've ever had an exposure on a hair test before. So I want to get a nail test, and I think that, Ms. Reeser, you probably need to call Mr. Cassad and have a little chat with him about some of this stuff too, okay?
Yes,
He's the expert for the department once we get the nail test back, okay? Okay, thank y'all. Y'all are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay. Bigger Sam Miguel sent me a picture. Super, super, super cute. I love Zoe's dress. It was really cute. And Mace playing baseball. That was cool. I did not get a cost report. Miss Holloman's on this one. There she is. The children have been in adoption a long time. Miss Hyde is their attorney. So looks like things are progressing. So that's what I got. Miss Reader, what do you need today?
I just wanted to check. I think there was something in the report about the adoption subsidy and paperwork needed. Ms. Holloman, what's the update on that?
Yes, I just submitted it again, and it's already been approved, but since it took longer than 90 days, they needed it submitted again. So that's been done, and they usually negotiate pretty quick. Yeah, so we'll just move forward. I already talked to the caregivers about doing adoptive placement the last day of the month. So yeah, then we should be able to get an adoption hearing. They do want to adopt in Williamson County, their legal county. So
bad.
I like it when they adopt in your county, Judge, because you always get them on the docket so quickly, but I don't know.
Tell us how I said bad. So, but okay. Okay. So when are we thinking that that's going to happen?
So I would hope that, June, but it just depends on Williamson County and what they have available on their docket, I guess.
Blah, 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 Williamson County. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. CASA, Miss San Miguel. Miss San Miguel's obviously good. Sent me good pictures. Y'all need anything?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Not at this time, Your Honor. The kids are doing great. They've been active, playing sports, theater. Zoe just went to that dance on this last Friday. They're looking at putting them in different sports and activities over the summer as well. They're great. Doing good in school as well.
Great. Yeah, they're precious. Okay, so let's just say everything continue. 8/12 will be our next hearing. Maybe Hopefully not, but we'll see. Okay, thank you, Miss Crystal. Tell them I said blah, blah, blah.
I will. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I signed the order. I think Miss Simpson has it, but I didn't get the docket sheet to go with it. I got a second page of the docket sheet, not the first page. So I don't really know for sure if the order was done the way I wanted it. Y'all can work that out amongst yourself. Miley's with Foster. I didn't get a cost report on this one either. Miley's with Foster family in Hayes County and doing well. So, Ms. Razor, what do you need today?
I don't think that we need anything, Judge.
Mr. Bowden, y'all need anything?
The only thing I needed was a signed copy of the termination order so we could start our 45-day timeline. That's the only thing I don't have yet. Other than that, we're good. They've already filled out the subsidy paperwork. I have it. Our 90-day timeline actually ended yesterday, I believe. So as soon as the order's signed, we start that 45. We can get it done. We can have this done by the end of June. They are thinking about doing this in Hayes County.
Of course, blah, blah, blah. Same thing.
It is. They also have Ms. Hyde. Ms. Hyde has told them that it'll be easier to get onto your docket than theirs. So I'll keep pushing for that myself.
Okay. Good.
But she's doing wonderful. Grades are great. She's happy. The family's very happy.
Is she seeing her brother?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Miss Dow.
Everything's good. We're just waiting for the adoption to keep moving forward. I mean, we're all's well.
You're good. Okay. Okay. Well, let's do right now. Let's do 812 again. Also, maybe we'll be done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ms. Razor, since Judge said she signed it, can I get y'all to send me a copy, please, ma'am?
Yes, sir. As soon as we get it,
Well,
we will. Certainly.
And Helica got it Friday, I think. I'm not really sure, but we'll need to check with my notes and stuff I wrote on it because I did write something on it. Or maybe I didn't sign it. I can't remember, but I did write something on it. So anyway, y'all can, Miss Simpson will figure that out.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, everything continue. 812.
Right.
I need you to stay on. I think I made a mistake on a scheduling order. I got to figure it out real quick. But Costa, y'all can stay on too. But it's on a different case. And other than that, we're done until later on this afternoon. Thank y'all.
Right.